Hi guys, welcome to this beginner's tutorial on hacking or ethical hacking. Please note that this tutorial is for educational purpose only. Using this technique to attack someone without their consent can put you in serious trouble, and I'm not responsible for your actions. So, before we begin, a little bit about myself. I'm a certified ethical hacker, had to take a 5-day detailed course to go through all the training aspect, but although I learned a lot, I still had to do a lot of research on my own to expand my knowledge. So, if you are interested in learning how to hack, please do remember you will come across a lot of barriers and objects which you might have to overcome yourself. Best place to find help? Google it or find some tutorials on YouTube. You are always welcome to comment on my videos as well on YouTube, and I can try to help you. So now let's begin. In this first tutorial, we will learn how to install Kali Linux version 2016.2 on a VirtualBox in a Windows system. Kali Linux is a Linux-based operating system built by the Kali offensive team, and it is used for system penetration testing. In our case, we will be using it for hacking tutorials, and you will find a lot of useful tools pre-installed in this OS that you can use for hacking. So, click on your Mozilla browser, search for Kali Linux, so the www.kali.org page will open. Click on download Kali Linux. If you have a 64-bit operating system, click on the ISO file directly. So you click on the ISO file. Now just save your file. It will take some time to download, probably about an hour depending on your internet speed. My downloads in 1 megabyte per second, so it will take an hour to download. After that, Google search for VirtualBox. Click on the following link. Click for Windows and save the file. That's about 125 MB file size of the file. Save the file. Once you're done with that, when the download is complete, just install your VirtualBox in your machine. So I've already installed the VirtualBox, and you can see that in my download folder, the Kali Linux ISO image has been downloaded as well. Now I will open my VirtualBox. It will look like this. Click on New and then follow the on-screen instructions. We will add the name Kali Linux. It will, in the drop-down, select Linux, and we will select Debian 64 system, Debian 64-bit system. So just select that. Click next. I have 8 gig of RAM in my system, so I will just assign 2 gig of RAM to it. If you have 4 gig of RAM, just assign 1 gig should be enough as well. Now I'm gonna create a virtual hard disk for this. So we will create a virtual hard disk. Just leave that option selected. Next. And I'm gonna go into expert mode. Now I will browse in my computer. For example, in my local drive D, I made a folder for all the virtual disks images. So I'm gonna select that because I have more space there. File size, I will make it 40 GB. Do remember, because it's dynamically allocated, although you make it 40 GB, it will only use it once needed. So the file image will only increase, the hard disk image will only increase once you actually physically use the drive. So I will just choose 40 image. as it says over here, dynamically allocated. Just press create. Now we will go into the settings before we press start. Here you can see we will go into the system settings. I have allocated 2 gig of RAM. Just leave all of that as it is. In storage, now we have to choose the image that we have. As you can see, the hard disk we have already, which is Kali Linux over there, VDI. Now from here we will go into empty, click on empty, click on the disk image and choose the Kali Linux which is in your download folder. That's it. Audio we will let it be. Network we will change it to bridged adapter. So by this way your system will have its own IP as compared to your VM will have its own IP as compared to the operating system in the background. So that is sometimes beneficial from the router. Just leave all of this like that. And now you press on start. You have to use your keyboard to click on graphical install. Now just follow the on-screen instructions that will come up. I will do some settings according to my time zone and my location. So for my keyboard I just choose American English, just leave it default. Hostname, you can choose whatever you want to name your system. It will show that name in the network. So anyone does a network scan, your system name would be Kali, or you can whatever you want to change it to. Root password is the password you will be prompted for every time you log in. So make sure you choose and remember this password. After that, just pretty much follow the on-screen instructions. I will skip this part. This part might take, for some of you might take long, some of you might be very fast. So I'm just gonna skip this part because it took about 10 to 15 minutes for me, or maybe less, actually 5 minutes actually, sorry. So depending on your system speed, it will take some time. You can use a network mirror, just say yes, but it might, some of you might get an error when you would do that. Just click continue. So there was an error in my case, so I'm just gonna click ignore. Just select yes, select the second option, and that's pretty much it. The virtual machine is now finishing up the installation for your Kali Linux. Just press continue, it would automatically do that for you. Your system will automatically reboot itself. Just choose the first option. It would take some time. Just let it be, don't press anything. Here we go. Your username is root, R-O-O-T. Password is the one that you set up in the beginning during the installation. There you are. Your Kali Linux is installed. Now, before we continue with anything else, we have to update our repositories. I will show you how to do that, because that is very important in case you want to install any application, if you want to update your system, if you want to upgrade your system, or any other tools that you want to install as well. So as you can see, I'm just using the terminal now, and I've been given a specific IP address from my router instead of having the same IP address as my system. Now what we want to do is we want to locate the sources.list file in our system. So another very helpful tool that we have in Kali is you can just press locate and it will pretty much find the file for you. So we know the location of the file, so we will just go into that particular folder and we will use Leafpad to edit the file. Leafpad is like a notepad for Kali Linux. Leafpad will actually open up your file so you can read it and edit it as well. So as you can see, this is outdated. This is not correct, so we have to update it. So we just open your Mozilla browser, which is pre-installed in your Kali Linux system. Just remove all of this. Okay, just minimize this screen. Open your Mozilla browser, Firefox. As you can see on the tabs, you have Kali docs in your shortcuts. So over here, Kali docs, just click on that. This docs.kali.org page will open. Scroll down until you see Kali sources.list repositories. So just open that up, and we're gonna copy the one which is Kali rolling repository. Just copy all of that. You can press Ctrl C to copy, and in our leaf pad the file is already open, so we just paste it over here. Remove the second line, remove the hash, and remove the second line as well. So we just leave the first and the third line there and remove the hash as well, and just save it, close it, and recheck it if the changes have been applied or not. So just use the leaf pad command again to check it. That's it. Now you have properly updated your repositories as well. We will just do a system update and a system upgrade to make sure that our system is updated and upgraded as well. So you can just run that command, which wouldn't take that long. I'm just gonna skip this part. Okay, so it took some time and it got done. It might take some different time in your system, in your case. And now we're just gonna run apt-get upgrade, and there is no update, so that's it. We are done. Your Kali system is successfully installed in your VM. You can just close the browser as well, and if you go into the applications tab, you have all these applications over here on the left side. And if you go in the applications tab on the left, you can see we have all these pre-installed applications that you can use for learning how to hack, and I will be doing further tutorials on how to use some of these applications, and we will just make sure that you subscribe to the channel and wait for future tutorials. Thank you for watching.